All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Friday, January 12th, 2018. Day before the holiday weekend. We've got SPY here, very extended. Anytime the market starts to get extended, I start looking for a couple of things. One, what is the recent history of the market? And what are individual stocks doing? Is it a broad-based move? Are a lot of stocks participating? Once it starts to narrow, that's when you get a little concerned. We've seen a little bit of a narrowing right now, not huge, but it's not like it was during this period when everything was moving. We are seeing, if you look through your focus lists, your watch list, you're going to see a little more red than you would expect when the market is ramping like this. So a little bit concerning. And then overall, going through, go back to 2016, and if you just look at you don't have to do any major research, just eyeball it and kind of look, okay, last time we made this big run post-election, we went from 210 to about 227 to 28, we'll say 230, so pretty big move, 20 points. This time it was 226 to 40, about 14 points. We've had this run in here that was about the same. And now coming out of this base here, we've moved from about 258 to 276. So we're getting close to about 20 points. So we're at that spot where we would expect some consolidation or a pullback. And careful. So keep that in mind. That's why some of you were surprised I took profits in SQ, because I talked about a bigger gain, even though we already had about 2.5 to 1 on it. But I'm a little concerned about the market. I want to make sure I lock in the profit. So we'll talk about that in a second. But let's take a look at some of these things here. Indexes, Qs, also extended, very strong. IWM, really strong. And you can see here off to the side, if we filter out for yesterday, solar's led, metals, airlines, oil, a lot of commodities, and retail. We talked about retail. And we talk about retail being very extended. And I think at some point we're going to get good reversals and potential quick shorts. We tried it with FCX in commodities, didn't work, and actually it's very strong now. But at some point we should get something. Oil has been very strong, pulling back pre-market. I put in an inverted hammer yesterday, so I expect to pull back there. Financials, very strong. Semiconductors lagging a little bit. Now China, very strong and popping this morning, and Brazil has been very strong as well. Now, getting to the positions we exited yesterday, SQ was the big winner. You can see where my entry was, right around 37, popped to 42.50. Now, initially, we talked about 42 all the way up to 47 being the target range. And again, the reason I went with the bottom of the range, which was still a really good trade, ended up being about 2.5 to 1, which is what we want to see. Because the market's a bit extended, I decided to take profits. And if it does clear, if the market does pull back and then it breaks out again, I would re-enter. So I still like SQ a lot. And then I got stopped out of the FCX, short. Shorted on this ugly candle here, expecting the continuation down. Obviously, that didn't happen. Small loss, and again, this is exactly what you want to see in your wins and losses, and why you don't want to worry about a win rate, 50% win rate between the two, but lost, I think it was about $600 to $700 on this one, but gained about $2,200 on SQ. So 700 versus 2,200, a big net gain on a 50% win rate. And that's exactly what you want to see when you're trading. LABU, fantastic. We're at the bottom of our target range, but I decided to go with it on LABU here. So entry was 81 or 82. We're up to 89. Talk about 88 to 92. So we'll look for a little push today, and if we get it to maybe 91, 92, I'll look to take profits in LABU. And then Roku has been a little bit of a dud here, close to our stop range, but we'll see if it can pop. It does look like the type of stock that'll hold. Maybe it's 50-day moving average and could rebound. So right now, only holding LABU, which I'd like to take profits today, and Roku. All right, focus list. FCX, We've flipped our analysis on this, and now it looks like it could be a long if it breaks highs. Tesla was, wish I'd got in there in the previous day. It was really strong yesterday. But put in an inverted hammer, so we have to be careful with an entry here off the remount of the moving average. FANG stocks are all extended. Facebook, Amazon, Google, can't really enter them, but we're still watching them. And of course, Netflix as well, really strong. BABA has been strong as well. We'd watch for a break of the high, and we've got an all-time high here at about 191. And all these all-time high breaks, if they break, we can go long. If they fail those levels, we can go short as failed high setups. Yelp is setting up just like Netflix and BABA did, where they pulled back off highs, broke through support levels, and now if they remount, so if Yelp can get up about 44.50 to 45, we'd have that entry there. Energy last night I had on my list, but with it being extended and now potentially oil pulling back, we could actually get a short on this. Snapchat holding the moving average, Win testing support levels, so we'll watch for the remount on Win, and then RH also we'll watch for the break of the 50, which we tried yesterday, failed. We'll see if we can get up there today. So that's it for this Friday. Potentially maybe out of position, depending on what these guys do. Otherwise, I'll see you guys over the weekend.